ain't mending them. Enemies, I'm the enema. I'm a on them, just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical. I'm not India, my Siamese brother Benjamin. That's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath a bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins. I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid. 800, eat it.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm painting. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
The showcase of the best players in the NFL is coming up as we celebrate the latest edition of the Pro Bowl. The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar. AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game between our visitors. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
The AFC's defense getting ready for their first involvement here. And a lot of eyes are going to be on this man in his 5th season at linebacker.
And he's got a tough assignment here because he's going up against one of the better running backs in the NFL. So he's got to be sure with his calls and making sure that his linebacking crew fills all the right gaps.
Now a play fake. Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 42. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Cook. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Tom Brady trots off on fourth down, and on comes kicker Matt Gay. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Brady. He's got Cooper Kupp on the slant. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. And he was able to run free after the catch.
Brady throw complete there to Thomas. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Kamara is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw is Brady. Touchdown! Logan Thomas from 3 yards out. And the NFC just an extra point away from tying up this game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped. Throw for it on 4th down. And this one is incomplete. So certainly an interesting. Gay is on for the point after. He He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the Logan Thomas touchdown catch. Back onto the field comes his defense. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come upon halftime. A look around the... Carr going to go on 4th down. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete. Second down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. No dice for Sean. Gay is on for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some...
NFC punt team out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the AFC will take over, 1st and 10. Back out is the AFC. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Again, it's Kamara. After a gain of... So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see.
I told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. I'm whipping the track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I should quit. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, I ain't know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real Jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up scoring them boys, man. I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with the band. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I turn my vision. You young, she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play, I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly, I turn it up hop. I catch it, I go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights, I'm shining so bright. It's visor to cover my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done. And soon they be feeding me grapes. Let's go.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits.
What a difference a year makes, huh?
No kidding, man. Couldn't be in a better position.
Facts. You can take your pick of where you want to sign, just like last year. This is a big-time opportunity for you to secure the bag.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. So you got any advice for me?
You've been around long enough to know what you gotta do. I trust your instincts. So just use your head and take into consideration what the best fit for you is gonna be.
That's the plan.
So, what's it gonna be?
waiting for. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Nobody really cares.
Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Browns and the Niners. All that and more coming up next.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014. As you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right away between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
The Browns defense, after a long summer, getting ready to go for the first time here in the preseason. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Washington try to take away that area of the field.
The Browns about ready to go now on defense. They've had the upper hand so far this first half of play, working with a good lead already as they look to defend this first down. The drive will start with an option going left. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Nothing to score. This is the NFL. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll get this to Jennings over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you're talking about playing a night game, they're closer to being sleepy because of East Coast time with their bodies when you're kicking off to play the game. So that's a real big accomplishment for them to get that done. The flip side, too, is traveling home. In the old days, you had to wait to get the video for your next game.
Week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Buccaneers and the Browns under the lights on Thursday night.
First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a good matchup here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Cleveland Browns. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
The Browns defense getting prepared to go to work here in this second week of the preseason. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And his first look is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 41, Rosen. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, 26 yards. And the Buccaneers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And the Cleveland defense back out onto the field. They're in a somewhat unenviable position here to start the drive with the ball already up near midfield. Rosen on 1st and 10. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Rosen's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, Rosen. He's got the... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
No coach or team.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Rosen to throw again. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second down and goal. Rosen. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. As they come up now, second and goal. Here's Rosen to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Third and goal. Rosen. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range?
The Browns about ready to go now on defense. And they're down a couple of scores here early, so the focus certainly is going to be on not letting this deficit get any wider. On first down, it's Rosen. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Rosen looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's got Otten. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They go play action. It's Rosen. A pass underneath for Fournette. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Second down at 4. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Rosen. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Here's Rosen. And he'll just get rid of it. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points.
And the Cleveland defense back out onto the field. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from... much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other, and they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past.
The Browns defense ready to go here in this final tune-up before the start of the regular season. And the one to keep an eye on is this man, their 6-year linebacker.
And this is a guy that's proven to be an asset both against the run and against the pass. And that's really what the best linebackers aspire to do. They don't want to be a liability one way or the other.
Rodgers going to the air to start things out. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Holding offense.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. First play and a first throw for Rodgers. That's going to be caught downfield by Chark. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And it's been an excellent drive to start the game off. Move the ball downfield well. Now they're set up at 1st and goal after that last really nice run. Exactly how a coach would draw things up. This is how you want to start a game, and that's all they've preached all.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Charlie Warner, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it was polished off. The Browns about ready to go now on defense. They'll search for a stop here in the second quarter of a game that's all tied. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
To throw is Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's to Galladay, and he's got it. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay. And the Cleveland defense back out onto the field. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw caught by Tony. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Boswell's kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. That was perfect from distance. The Browns about ready to go now on defense. They're in the ball game, but could use a stop here, trailing in this 3rd quarter as this next drive starts 1st and 10. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's caught by Galladay. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They run over center with Mitchell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the bar carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers throw left side, complete to Tony. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Giants first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Good footwork at the 30. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. One quarter remains here on this Thursday night. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping.
it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick of my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's a many given Sunday magic.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. To hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime, Mythic Apollo. I'm about the bottle. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
I'm really out for blood this time, look. I just came back for the win. Lot of new money in my hand. Tell a friend and tell a friend. They say success is the best revenge. Heard they were sleeping again, say it no more. This is a rude awakening, kicking the door. Back and I'm better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken, I'm ready for war. I see the odds and I'm up in the score. I catch a and jump in the course. Follow the core and then back to the morgue. Take the sheet off and I some more. When I am done at the scene, I won't leave anything. You won't even know who was involved. Don't let me do it cause I overdo it and do it till I cannot do it no more. All of the doubters, I'm proving them wrong. Back with the classic, I know it's been long. Like they were missing me while I was gone. I smell the victory back up on top, and it's where I belong. Like it ain't to me, we making history, fall through the misery, weather the storm. Can't let them get to me, no weapon form shall prosper. Be all over my roster, I got options. I keep it right on the dresser, next to the Oscar, applying pressure. Somebody stop us. Woo! Applying pressure, somebody stop us. Running my closet, go need a doctor, go need a doctor, go need a what? I just came back for the win.
It's week 1 of the National Football League, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Ravens and the Browns on Sunday night.
Just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
The Browns defense ready to go here in the Sunday night opener to this new season. And the one we're going to be watching is this man in the center of the field, their veteran linebacker.
And that's one of the things I really admire about his style of play, his ability to diagnose before he takes a step. That eliminates anything false and makes everything real and takes him right to the football where he can have an impact.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1. Off the play fake. Bennett. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup. First down. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week 1, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week 1, guys still have to practice, they still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team want to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game.
And tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
And the Cleveland defense back out onto the field. They'll start out here with the option left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Bennett to throw on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind,
the Browns about ready to go now on defense. They've got the 3-0 advantage here as this next drive starts. 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Holding offense.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go option to the short side. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bennett. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Caught on the slant. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. One more time with Dobbins. And this time he is in.
Yes.
J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's finished off by and the Cleveland defense back out onto the field. Now Bennett to throw on 1st and 10. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Flushed out right. Going long here for Wallace. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Bennett. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Browns about ready to go now on defense. And we'll see what adjustments they made at halftime, trailing here to start the 3rd quarter of play.
Ready up!
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And here's Bennett from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. They find some open field here. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Looking to throw. Bennett. And his pass incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Backing him at the 37-yard line. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And that is no good. And this will stay a 4-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want.
And the Cleveland defense back out onto the field. Bennett now on 1st down. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The Browns about ready to go now on defense. They're in desperate need of a stop here, or certainly a turnover would be nice. They trail fourth quarter as this drive begins 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Bennett. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man is Duvernay. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Bennett throwing on 3rd and long. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will push the lead up to 5.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the dirt, I don't know.